Good afternoon. Welcome back to rink number 2 at Cairns Arena in South Burlington, Vermont for the 2019 JWHL playoffs. I'm JV Scavato, and we are getting set for Washington and the North American Hockey Academy here in a round-robin round of action here. You got a couple of teams that already have wins here and have 3 points in the standings as we get things going. And again, we got Washington that came up with a win earlier this afternoon. This is the U-19, by the way, version of Washington, coming up with a 7-2 win over the New England Hockey Club back at 11 o'clock this morning. So that's 3 points for the Pride, and that game took place out in Colchester, or actually out in the north end of Burlington there at Letty Park. And it was NAHA coming up with a win 3-0 over Ridley College. And that game was actually right before that one. So here we go, racking things up. 20 minutes on the clock, 3 20-minute periods here for the U-19 tournament. And again, we have 2 teams that are sitting with 3 points in the standings. And this is a Pool A game. And Pool A featuring the North American Hockey Academy, featuring Washington, Ridley College, and the New England Hockey Club, the 1, 4, 5, and 8 seeds here. And the North American Hockey Academy first place in the standings after going 16-5 in the regular season. Washington at 11-8-2 in the regular season as they come into this one. And taking a look at kind of the tail of the tape here, 3 goals per game offensively for Washington, 4.5 for North American Hockey Academy out of nearby Stowe, Vermont, just about 45 minutes away from here down I-89. So a short drive to get to Cairns Arena, and some of the players on the roster are used to playing here in the confines of this building as well. Maybe not necessarily this rink, as there are 2 rinks in the building. First period underway here from South Burlington, Vermont. Our first U-19 action, at least broadcast here from rink number 2. Actually, this is the first U-19 game on rink 2 of the day. Everything else, again, has been at Letty Park, which is up the road from here by a few, maybe about 15-minute drive away from here. Of course, had a game at the University of Vermont as well. And we get things going in the face-off down on the far circle here, as this one comes off the end boards. And Winterhawks trying to work it out of their zone here early on. Backhand flutters in towards the goal. This one hits off the end board. Battle for the puck along to the right side. This one gets away into the neutral zone, and the Winterhawks on the move with it here. Darcy Johal losing it. Back to the right wing side for Bjornsson. Back to Darcy Johal again. Now this one picked up in the corner by Caitlin Brightbill. And it works around to the near side here. Brightbill will hang on to it. Washington taking its time. That one poked away right in front of the net. And pushed towards the goal here, as now it'll be collected by Michaela Langbacker, who is tripped up on her way across the blue line, and we'll get an early penalty here, as that should be a tripping. We'll see if it's a tripping or a hook, and it is a tripping. And heading into the box to serve the penalty, it'll be Ellie Markovsky. So we'll face off down on the far side of the ice. And off the face-off, action goes off to the end boards. Lily Harp collecting it there momentarily for Washington. Although taken away, now some shorthanded action here for the Winterhawks. Moving in was Alexi Guay. Although it gets taken out momentarily, now Lily Harp passing it across. Puck goes to El Perry. Although Guay will get to it again right in the neutral zone around the red line. And it's brought forward by Caitlin Heflin. Inside 90 seconds to go in the first power play of the game. Of course, coming very early here in the first period. Less than 2 minutes into the contest. And it was a pretty obvious tripping call. Meanwhile, the shot saved. And we'll get a battle for the puck now. Off to that far side, blue line, stopped by Lily Wildman. That one's sent in, and it is covered up. By the way, in goal, it is Paige Bolliard for the Winterhawks. Backhand is up and down inside 1 minute to go in this Washington power play. Passes across for Brightbill. Scramble in front of the crease. Puck is still loose in the slot. Gets off to the right circle. Now Molly Dalby Back to the blue line. Hung on to by Lily Wildman. Pass across for Julia Blitz in that one. Didn't make it all the way in. Meanwhile, trying to fight for it is Kennedy Cooper. And Cooper sent it all the way down to the other end of the ice. Inside 30 seconds to go in the power play now. On the move with it, Molly Dalby. Dalby has it taken away. Pass goes through, and it's picked up by Alexa Christ. Christ passing across for Rachel Ziff. Ziff coming across the blue line. That one is taken away in the slot. And cleared out with 7 seconds to go. Didn't make it out of the neutral zone, although Nikki Legue has herself an opportunity. The shot and a save by Allison Todd. A 2-on-1 that resulted from a puck that was supposed to be cleared, but somehow got knocked down. Sonia Bjornsson nearly coming away with a goal there for the Winterhawks, although a nice save by Allison Todd. And we'll get a face-off on the right circle here. It'll be Bjornsson opposite Curry. Off the face-off, it comes to the near side for Spino. Now along the right wing boards. Backhand comes around for Bjornsson. Works out for DeHutt. For the Pride. Now trying to take it out is Curry. This one is stopped in the high slot by Markovsky, although it's poked away. Now Spino. Gets it in there for Sydney Fest. Fest shoots it. It's another save by Todd. That was right into the chest. Stopping the clock with 16:19 to go in the first. No score here. Still very early. This contest between Washington and the North American Hockey Academy. As we get back to the face-off now on the left circle. It'll be Bjornsson. Opposite Byram. And Washington coming away with it. Although the pass was a little too far out in front of Lily Harp, the carom. It's out to the right side. Now on the left side of the ice. Wind up for Wildman. And that one will also stop the clock. 16:04 to go. I think that one went out of play. Looked like it might have been heading towards the net, but. And now we'll face off on that right circle. And off the face-off, the pass gets away. Karams all the way into the Washington zone. Plenty of Winterhawks on the move to try and get to it. Contact along the end boards. Loose puck for Wildman. Winterhawks are in there with Mara Wagner. Also inside. It's Wagner now coming out with it, looking for a backhand. Puck is across the crease and nothing there. Stella Scott passing it back for Via Graves. Back to Graves again. Puts it in, and that one finds the back of the net. The bank goes in off the right post. And the Winterhawks are on top, 1-0. Actually, I think that one was redirected. And indeed, I think that was the case. And unfortunately, the player who scored is not on the roster. So I can't tell you who it was. Which is unfortunate. But it was scored by number 55. Again, a player that is not listed here. And we will get to that as soon as we can and clear that up. As that one falls in front of Bolliard, and she covers it up. So we will do a little work here momentarily as we're getting towards the face-off here. And make sure we can clear up what we got to clear up. Sometimes you'll have that on tournaments where you got a bunch of teams. That one high off the glass and rattles away. Off to the side, Rachel Ziff, right wing corner, now back off to the boards here. Molly Dalby. Passing it back to the blue line for Lily Wildman. Wildman at the blue line, passing across to the right wing side. Dalby is there, that one shot in, and Bolliard will cover it up. Get a change of personnel for teams here. 14 and a half minutes to go in the first. And again, we will update you on things as we have them. A couple of teams that are battling for high seeds for the rest of the way here. As this one works its way to the end boards. Skating it on is Wildman. Gets back out to the outside. Chasing it down is Langbacka. Getting in front of it is McLaughlin. McLaughlin left circle, or actually rather Curry left circle taken down, and we will have another penalty here. And Curry was on a break, and the trip was almost one of those things you had to do. It was either that or Curry was going to get a clean shot there, so sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And in this case, taking the penalty was what had to be done. And tripping is the call here. And heading into the box, it is Nikki Legue out of nearby Berlin, Vermont. There are 3 Vermont players on the North American Hockey Academy's roster, and another one from nearby Plattsburgh, New York, which is right across Lake Champlain and is essentially local to the area. Meanwhile, the cover up on top, Bolyard able to stave off an attack there. Pass goes back for Lily Wildman. Wildman at the blue line, pushing it across to the right side. Backhand into the corner now for Brightbill. And Lily Harp will get in to try and get it out. Now it's back to the blue line again, this time for Wildman. Wildman walking it across, high slot, puts it towards the net. Karam off the end boards. Pile up there with Dalby. Puck is poked out, left circle. And it rolls its way through the high slot. That one Karam's off the end again. And it will find its way out from the left wing boards for Rachel Ziff. Ziff to the left wing side. Stopped by Brightbill again. Handing it off, working around. 1 minute to go in the power play. Washington's second power play. And it is a goal for the Pride. There's a bit of a pileup on the left side. And eventually putting it away was Caitlin Brightbill. Brightbill with 12 goals in the regular season. Getting one here. And by the way, Brightbill is going to be spending some time in this building in the near future as she's committed to Franklin Pierce. And Franklin Pierce plays in the same conference as the college that hosts its games here, or uses this rink as its home rink in St. Michael's College. So she might as well get used to the surface. She's going to be using it again someday. Langbacka getting it through. Back off for Mara Wagner. Wagner across the blue line, left wing side, tie up. Pass through off the corner, now back to the end boards. And this one is collected on the left wing side again. Washington now trying to get it out. We got a 1-1 tie here, just about midway through period number 1. Expected a pretty good contest between these two teams. Both teams over 500. Both teams with wins already in this tournament. And now out with it, it's Langbacka. Across the blue line, left wing side towards the left wing corner. Pass going across and back off to the right side. Now back to the blue line. That one fired towards the goal. Collected in the gut of Bolyard after shot by El Perry. And it will stop the clock once again. Get a change up of personnel. Line change on the ice here. 12 minutes exactly on the clock. As we get down for the face-off. Now back along the near side. Our Whitehawks trying to go, or Winterhawks, sorry, trying to go back to work. This one picked up by Lily Wildman. Wildman working it up the left wing side into the left wing corner. Off the boards, Kennedy Cooper getting there for the Winterhawks. Now it's picked up by Guay. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way. And now we will get another whistle, and this will be a slashing call. And this time, the Winterhawks will get their first power play of the afternoon as Madeline Craven goes in for slashing. So 2 minutes on the clock here for power play number 3 on the afternoon already here in the first period. We just got finished with a game that featured 2 power plays in the entire contest. We're already past that here, but that was also in the U-16. We're in the U-19 where I guess the hits are a little harder, you could say. And now chasing it in is Darcy Johal as the Winterhawks will get to work here, trying to set up a perimeter. Got a loose stick on the ice as well. And picking her stick back up is McLaughlin. Kaylee McLaughlin, puck behind the net, Johal getting it back to the blue line for Sydney Fess. Now back to the other side of the blue line. And it's picked up by Johal, right circle. Fess shoots, that one saved. Rebound, Pudilovs to the left side. Bjornsson picks it up, still in control, the Winterhawks. Fess around for Markovsky. Left side, it's Guay. Guay putting it in back towards the net. Now the feed out in front. That one pushed it wide to the right side by Bjornsson. Bjornsson now picking it up in the right circle. Back to the blue line. Pass goes across for Guay. Shoots in. It is collected in the glove of Allison Toth. A nice save with 50 seconds to go in the power play. Both teams going to switch up the skaters as we get back to the circle for another face-off. Winterhawks going to try and get back to work here. And off the face-off, it's Ziff moving around. Trying to get it out for a clear, although the Winterhawks able to collect it once again. Sophie Holden passing it across. It is picked off by DeHutt. Puts it around the Winterhawks net, and it is cleared away. Nice knockdown there. However, by Allie Legue. And now it's Holden. Taking it across center ice, 20 seconds to go in the power play. McGew off the boards. Cams around the right wing side, off the end boards, off to the left wing corner. Emily Prevey was trying to get in there, and it's put back to Bonifacio. Bonifacio banking one off the end boards. Goes off to the right side. Lily Wildman in there. And now it's back for Bonifacio. Putting it in. Stella Scott now off the end boards, working her way around. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Although the Winterhawks still in control of the puck in the zone. Wagner, left wing corner, nearly feeding it out in front. And it's picked up by DeHutt, cleared away. That one got a piece of the glove of Sophie Holden and rolls away. And chasing it down is Bonifacio into the corner. You get a pile up inside, 9 minutes to go in the first. And we're going to whistle here. And we'll get some new players onto the ice. 8:46 to go with the clock stopped. Tied at 1 here between the North American Hockey Academy of Vermont. You could call them the home team, although they're from about an hour away. Washington Pride, you definitely can't call the home team because they're from a bunch of states away. Regardless, you got players from all over the country here. For Washington, it's primarily a mid-Atlantic recruiting base. For the Winterhawks, it's all over the map. Only 3 players on the roster from the state of Vermont in this Vermont-based team, and then the rest of it, it's all bets are off. All corners of the country and also into Canada on the roster for the North American Hockey Academy. Defending champions in this tournament as well, the U-19 tournament. Blitz now working her way back into her own zone here. Dangerous spot to be with plenty of pursuit. Laying Backa now inside 8 minutes to go. Stopped by Forsberg. Forsberg on that right wing side. Backhand is off. Puck through the neutral zone. Back off to the right side. Now Via Graves will chase it down. As it's the Winterhawks on defense here, trying to find an opportunity. That one was nearly batted in. DeHutt now camped out in front of the crease. She'll skate back towards the end boards. And now it's DeHutt off those end boards, putting it off to the left wing side. Back around for Wildman. Wildman nearly putting it on the net. Winter Hawks able to take it away. Back to the neutral zone. Fed all the way down. We'll get an icing call here. Stopping the clock with 7:06 to go. And we'll bring it down to the other side here in this 1-1 contest. And now with the face-off, puck along the end boards. Inside 7 minutes to go. Backhand pushed off to the corner. Battle for the puck here. As the Winterhawks are trying to clear it out. Meanwhile, Washington trying to, after getting the equalizer, trying to take a lead. And we'll get a clock stoppage here with 6:36 to go. And off the face-off, action in front of the crease as it goes to the right side. Rachel Ziff trying to get to it, also trying to get there is Caitlin Brightbill. Meanwhile, a scramble in front of the net, and it's pushed off to the left side. Back around the blue line. And now back to the near side here as the Winterhawks are on the attack, back on defense. Rachel Ziff up along the boards. This one finally works its way out. Molly Dalby passing it across for Brightbill. And we're still trying to figure out who it was that scored the first goal for the Winterhawks here, number 55. Not on any roster that we can find, unfortunately. So when we get an intermission here, we get a break, we'll track that down because she did score the first goal of the game. Meanwhile, this one sent through for Bonifacio. Knocked aside by Stella Scott. And back through for Rachel Ziff on the right wing side. This one passed off to the left side for Lang Backa. Lang Backa working it out. It's collected by Bonifacio. Personnel change here coming, or at least on the backside for Washington. Meanwhile, approaching 5 minutes to go. It is the aforementioned number 55 with the shot and the collection by Allison Todd. So we'll stop the clock again with 5:11 to go in the first. Still tied at 1. Meanwhile, the wraparound attempt nearly got put away in front. Got by the crease, and it's collected down the other way by Ellie Perry. Perry bringing it up the right wing side, firing it off the end boards. It gets around to the left side now. Lang Backa getting in on it. Through the neutral zone. And on the move is Stella Scott. And contact along the boards here. And Scott is heading back to the bench. Replacing her is Callie Forsberg. And the Winterhawks picking it up off the far boards. Pass goes out for Forsberg. Forsberg working it up the right side. Right circle, pass across the crease. Nearly knocked down by Mara Wagner. Maya Graves now along the left side, getting it back for Forsberg. Tangle along the end boards, coming out of the corner now. It's picked up by Cooper. Cooper working her way around. Puck goes down. And it is eventually pushed up by Lily Hart. Tangle on the right wing side. Madeline Craven is in there. Comes free for Craven again. Defensively, Winterhawks able to put a stop to it. Markovsky. Now the pass is off for Gallagher. Gallagher shoots, and that is again collected by Todd. Having a pretty good game out there. Faced a lot of shots and has had to make a lot of saves. And now we'll get the face off here. Around for Rachel Ziff. Puck is down for Charlotte Flannery. She tries to get it out of her own zone here. Winterhawks looking for more attack opportunities. Darcy Johal trying to do some forechecking, but it did make it into the neutral zone. Meanwhile, it's back for Rachel Ziff. Pass off to the right side for Kaylee McLaughlin, who slipped up. Lost the puck. Winterhawks taking over as we approach 3 minutes to go in the first period. On the move through the neutral zone, on the takedown. It's Sydney Fess, now back the other way. Kaylee McLaughlin didn't have a shot as it was knocked away by Via Graves. Now into the right wing corner. Puck eventually makes its way out. And the Winterhawks will look to clear here. Puck sent through the neutral zone. And now on the move, Ellie Markovsky, wide open shot, and she is turned away by a toss. Meanwhile, back through for Brightville. Pass for Blitz, and we will get a stoppage at 2:34 to play as we will go to the replay on this breakaway for Markovsky. Wide open in the slot and just sort of a tap rejection there by Allison Toth. I don't even know if she actually made contact with anything. I think she just cut off the angle. And if she did make contact, it was not by much. Winterhawks on the move with Prevey. Pass goes across to the right side. Back for Brightville. Prevey picks it up. Pass to the left side. Nikki Legue getting towards it. Her sister Allie Legue getting in there as well. And it is still stuck in that left wing corner. Both Legues trying to generate some offense out of it. Nikki is the defender. Allie is the forward of the pair. As this one gets back for Elle Perry. And now around for Kaylin Heflin. Still coming with the forecheck. It's the Winterhawks. And the puck does find its way to the neutral zone, but not securely. Nice move by Julia Blitz to get free and get it into the right wing corner. Inside 90 seconds to go in a 1-1 first period here. Good start to this contest between two very good teams. The 1 seed, the 5 seed in Pool A of the U-19 bracket. Contact along the blue line. We are going to have a penalty against the Winterhawks here. And it will be an elbowing penalty. So another power play number 3 for the Pride. And heading into the box, it is Alexi Guay. So in the event that the Winterhawks are able to stave off the Pride here, this power play will carry over into the second period with 1:11 on the clock and now 2, of course, on the power play time. Wildman from the blue line stops, passes to her left. Goes back to Wildman again. Wildman going to the right. That one fed forward by Ziff. It's behind the net. Playing Bacca now, picking it up on the left side, has Wildman along those left wing boards. Wildman putting it off to the end boards. And now a takedown and a clear by the Winterhawks. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Lone Hawk inside is Callie Forsberg. And she's taken down. Rachel Ziff now. The pass goes forward for DeHutt. DeHutt is taken down by Cooper. No penalty. Blue line. Picked up by Ziff. Ziff tries to fire it in. The backhand by DeHutt is saved by Bolyard. 19.2 left on the clock. 1:08 left in the power play as we take a look at the replay here. Just went to DeHutt. DeHutt tried to spin, backhand it, and Bolyard was there. Puck drops now on the right side. This one goes around the end boards to the left wing side. Back to the end boards once again. Feeding it out in front. Nearly put away by Blitz. But it's cleared away by the Winterhawks with 5 seconds to go, and that will do it for period number 1 from rink number 2 at Cairns Arena. We got a 1-1 tie after 1. And we will take a quick break here on the ice and come back with period number 2 here from Cairns Arena in just a little bit. Hang on. And welcome back to the JWHL playoffs on YouTube. And of course, you can get there through JWHL.org. The U-19 bracket is where we are focusing right now, as we've got the North American Hockey Academy and the Washington Pride. And the Pride with power play number 3 for them on the afternoon here. Trying to get after it here against the North American Hockey Academy. And this puck is along the end boards, and eventually it gets out. Puck now to the far side here, working away in is Brightbill. Brightbill with the shot. That one didn't make its way through to Bolliard. And that one does trickle away to the right wing side. 5 seconds to go in the Washington power play. It's picked up by Wildman. Karam off the boards. 5-on-5 hockey resumes as the penalty expires. Meanwhile, it's Sydney Fess picking it up, and she is on her way down the ice. Fess now works it in, takes the shot into the gut of Allison Toth, who makes another save. Stopping the clock exactly 1 minute into the second period. Again, thank you for joining us from wherever you are tuning in. I'm Jamie Scavato, and this is, again, period number 2 here of a 1-1 game. 1 minute in here as we got stoppage of play. Allison Toth has made just a bunch of saves here today. Using her glove, using her pad, using her sticks. Or stick, because there's only one stick, not 2. Although she's playing well enough where it seems like she might have 2. Loose puck for Kaylin Heflin. Off to the side for Bonifacio. Bonifacio picks it up and takes it out for the Winterhawks. Now back out for Sophie Holden. Left wing side for Bonifacio now. Off to the end boards. And it is picked up by Allison Curry. Curry back across the blue line. This one flutters up down to center ice, and it's collected by Heflin. Heflin trying to get it across the blue line, getting it to DeHutt. DeHutt on the left wing side, firing it on the shot is Heflin. Chaos behind the net, and nobody was able to get it out in front. And working it back out now is Jahal. 2 minutes into the second period, still tied at 1. Pivotal contest here in Group A. In the North American Hockey Academy in Washington. Puck off to the right wing corner, battle for it, gets back to the blue line. Firing it on the shot is Holden, and that one goes off the end boards. Karam's off to the left wing side. And Washington coming up with it. And that one is shot in off the end boards by Heflin. The Karam goes off to the right side. Now it's nearly batted out of the air by Craven. Might have been a little high on the attempt to knock that thing down, but no call regardless. Down off to the right wing corner, it's Prevey. Trying to dig it out, back to the blue line, it's Guay. And that one goes off to the side. Craven now chasing it down, trying to get a clear going here. 3 minutes into the second period. And eventually it now works out of the blue line, back to the neutral zone. Nikki Legue gets a stick on it. Hands it off for Guay. Loose puck again, this time for Stella Scott. And we will get a whistle here. And an offside call. So we'll bring it, about 2 feet, 3 feet from where the whistle was blown here. Back to the dot on the other side of the blue line. And we'll face off with 16:42 to go. And with the face off, it goes to Guay. Fed through and back around. This one is worked by Guay in the neutral zone. Over the blue line. Pass across for Spino. And now the puck is stuck up along the left wing side. It eventually makes its way back behind the Washington net. Shot taken, saved by Top. Puck now to the corner again. Back to the end boards again. Washington looking for a clear here. 4 minutes gone in the second period. This one fed across and it deflects free. Another shot attempt on net. Loose puck at the blue line. Picked up by Fess. Fess in the circle, and there's just too many sticks around her. Somehow managed to get it towards the net. Toth almost had to make the save there. It ended up going wide to the right. Meanwhile, that one is in for the score. Kennedy Cooper makes it 2-1. Winterhawks back on top. And we'll see if Kennedy Cooper does in fact get the final credit on that. I don't believe that was redirected by anyone. If it was, it would have been Gallagher, Anna Gallagher, but I think that was Cooper all the way on the score. So 2-1, North American Hockey Academy. On top here, now moving inside and taking a shot is Dalby. That one off the end boards, nearly got loose in front of the crease. Back out for Kennedy Cooper. Cooper passes it up, gets to the right side for Callie Forsberg. Plenty of contact around, Sydney Fess trying to get in there. And now it's Cooper picking it up neutral zone, back off to the left side, over the blue line, and in the zone now for Callie Forsberg. Well, not a lot of company back there for her. As the pass goes behind off the end boards. And the puck is collected by Sophie Holden. Holden passes it through, gets back to the blue line. Ellie Markovsky. Back behind the net. Nearly picked up by Markovsky again on a possible shot for a goal there. Meanwhile, backing up is Bonifacio. And she puts it up to the neutral zone. Stopped up by Markovsky and Julia Blitz. And getting in there for some backup is Brightbill, and eventually it gets away. Now it's Joe Hall. Left side, tried to center. Could not find her target. Back into the corner goes the puck, and it's Dalby now to chase it around. It eventually works its way out for DeHutt. DeHutt tied up with Allie Legue. And eventually gets behind Lauren Spino. Now chasing it down is Lang Backa. Lang Backa pinned up along the left wing boards. Joining the fight now is Caitlin DeHutt. Lauren Spino and Nikki Legue both going after it. Allie Legue trying to get back to the blue line. Now it's back behind the Winterhawks net again. Takedown on the end boards here, and we will get a penalty here. Will be a boarding penalty. So we will get a power play coming up here. And it will be power play number 4 for the Winterhawks. As Nikki Legue will head into the box. Washington's goal came on the power play in the last period. And the Pride finds itself down 2-1 and getting to work here. Meanwhile, this puck is sent all the way down the ice. Lily Wildman chasing it down. Almost a short-handed look for the Winterhawks. Now Molly Dalby picks it up in the neutral zone, taps it through. Loose puck for Julia Blitz. Knocked to the left side. Blitz will pick it up off the boards. Passes across for Ziff. Now to Wildman. Skating around one circle to the other here. Back in the crease. Off to the right side, and it's shot wide by Blitz. Picked up by Brightbill. Brightbill back for Ziff. Ziff looking around. Finds its way to Wildman. Wildman passes across, got a piece of Stella Scott, and was knocked away. Now it's Brightbill. Working around far side, goes back for Ziff. Ziff puts it towards the goal. It's knocked aside. This one goes up high, hits the net, and it's out of play. Stops the clock with 12:22 to go, 57 seconds to go, and a Washington power play number 4. So we will face off on the right circle here. And this one is out for Sophie Holden. Back to the far side for Kaylin Heflin. And this one is all the way down to the other end of the ice here. Elle Perry hanging on to it at the end boards. 40 seconds to go here for Washington. One last real push down the ice unless the Winterhawks come up with a quick clear. Langbacka now getting free towards that left wing corner, and she is stuck up along the boards there. And eventually it's brought out by DeHut. DeHut getting it off for Curry. Curry putting it out in front. Back out for Heflin. Heflin to DeHut. Coming off those end boards again. Now it's up over the left circle. Puck comes down. Winterhawks able to clear it away. And that will do it for power play number 4 for Washington. Power play number 5 overall. Inside 11.5 to go. Pride still coming with it on offense here. Although it is cleared away, not enough black sweaters in the zone. Now Joe Hall moving in. Backhand is up and over. Joe Hall was swooping across the crease. Let's take a look at that on the instant replay. As it was a break off a turnover, and the backhand goes just up and over the crossbar into the netting to stop play with 11:07 to go. So we'll do it again here. 2-1. Winterhawks are on top of the Pride here. Takeaway by Bjornsson. Off right side, and we will get an offside call. We'll bring it off to the other side of ye old blue line and face off again here with 10:54 to go in the second. And off the face-off, it comes free. And a takedown along the left side. No penalty there as Sydney Fess and Madeline Craven came together. Meanwhile, you got Spino, loses the puck. It's picked up by Markovsky. Markovsky left circle, takes the shot. It's across the crease, wide to the right. Still in play as it gets back to the blue line. Passes across now for Bjornsson. Bjornsson puts it on net. That one gets away. Chasing it down is Markovsky on that right side. Meanwhile, Craven getting a stick on it as it gets back towards the blue line. Passes across for Wildman. Sends it all the way in. Dumps it in as we get a line change here. Now it's Spino. End boards. Holden. Right side. Washington looking for some offense. Blitz. Back to Dalby. Dalby fighting for it. Off to the left side. Heflin sending it off the end boards now to the right side. Julia Blitz getting in on it. Back to the blue line now. Still onside there for Perry. Left corner, back side for Dalby. Now it's Brightbill. Trying to get it out to get some kind of a shot going here. Meanwhile, that one was blocked by Gallagher. And Gallagher sends it off to the neutral zone. Past the halfway point of the second period. Still 2-1 Winterhawks. Shot taken and a nice save by Top. The attempt there by Fess. Right into the glove of Top. Stops the clock with 9:21 to go. And now the Winterhawks will get back to work here. On the attack inside the Washington zone. And the puck eventually still kind of just being batted around. Nobody having any actual control over it. And we got a hooking call coming here with 8:58 to play. And you can kind of see that hook taking place right behind the Washington net. It will be yet another penalty against the Winterhawks. This one going against Mara Wagner. Power play number 5 for Washington. The Pride have scored on one power play. Now trying to look to find an equalizer yet again with the skater advantage. So 2 minutes on the clock, and here we go on another Pride power play. And it's picked up by Julia Blitz. Takes the shot high off the glass. Karam to the left. Rachel Ziff up for Brightbill. Brightbill looking around from the corner. Towards that circle, looking for an opportunity to shoot. Meanwhile, now you got chaos in front of the crease. Back out to the high slot, pushed aside by Bolyard, who actually covered it up in the process to stop the clock with 8:30. 1:33 to go in the power play. Penalty kill unit will switch up here. And off the drop, it's Molly Dalby. Finding Markovsky. Over the red line. Stops and turns. Backhand is through. Chasing it is Ziff. And Ziff will move forward. Passes up. For Blitz. And now it's Brightbill. Coming up on 1 minute. Inside 1:10 to go in the power play. Back to the blue line for Wildman. Pass for Brightbill. Looking around towards that right circle. Passes forward for Dalby. Now it's a cross, and it got away from Ziff. This one will be sent all the way down the ice. Inside a minute to go now, 50 seconds to go in the 5th Washington power play of this game. That was nearly another one down at the end of the ice on the contact near the back of the goal. Megan Byram stops and passes it up for Craven. Back to the blue line, it's Heflin. Perry puts it towards the net, brushed aside by Bolyard. Craven now getting it off the end boards. Lily Harp is there as well, although it is taken away by Fess. Couldn't get the clear, however. Harp's got it. Shot taken, saved by Bolyard. Megan Byram took the shot. Bolyard collecting it as it went into her gut. 14 seconds to go in the power play. 7:12 to go in the second period. Still a 2-1 game. Winterhawks on top, but this one has been tight at both ends of the ice. And with yet another power play here, Washington looking for a second equalizer in as many periods. Down for the face-off, it's Curry. Curry, NAHA. Pass off to the corner, rattles around the end boards. Curry will try and pick it up. Now back for Langbacka. Langbacka back to the blue line. El Perry passing it through. Got to Allison Curry. And now the Winterhawks will try and get it out here. Mara Wagner tried to break free. Puck is still in the neutral zone. And the Winterhawks will try and get it across that blue line, off the end boards. Karam gets around. El Perry now in on it. Left wing corner for Langbacka. Dalby trying to work it out as well. Inside 6.5 to go, as that one is pinned along the left wing boards. Can't really see it from where we're at. As it's finally freed through the neutral zone, worked inside, back around the net. Off to the left-hand side again, and now it's Alexi Guay. Drops in the slot for Wagner. Wagner, backhand. Toth was trying to get the stop there, unable to do so. Now Wagner again. Puts it off the end boards, right wing side. And it eventually finds some daylight. Inside 6 minutes to go in the second. That one is scooped up by Toth. Stopping things with 5:39 to go. Again here in the second period. By the way, other teams with wins. Balmoral Hall, Pacific, and Ottawa, all with victories in this tournament. That one flutters in for a goal. Didn't look like a traditional shot, somehow deflected up and over and in. And the Winterhawks are on top, 3-1 on the goal by Allie Legue. As Legue fired from the right circle, Toth got it with the blocker, but it bounced up and over, took an odd hop off of that, and ended up working its way over the goal line. I think that they waved that one off. I think they might have. No, it is 3-1. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard, however. Although I don't see why they would wave that one off. No reason to, but it is still 2-1 in the building here. We'll see what the deal was with that, but I don't see how that one was waved off. 5 minutes to go in the second. As this one works through, the shot by, or pass to Sydney Fess. Fess now tying it up. Craven pulling it out, right wing side. Now it's around for Sydney Fess. Pass is picked up by Brightbill. Brightbill right circle, fires. That one just misses. Had the right angle and everything, just a couple inches too far to the left. Meanwhile, on the near side, Dalby trying to work it out with Blitz. Blitz getting it through. Brightbill chasing it down. Still haven't changed the scoreboard here, but I didn't see. I was looking at who scored, so I didn't see the referees waving that one off, and I still don't see how they would have. But it does say, our scoreboard says 3-1. The scoreboard in the building says 2-1, but I don't think anyone saw anything get waved off here. And we'll get a replay on this last play as we stop the clock with 4:09 to go. As you see, Paige Bolyard, who's been put to the test here this afternoon, covering it up. 4:09 to play, period number 2. And the shot goes straight in on Bolyard, who makes the save again. Time stopping the clock with 4:04 to play. So, what, 5 seconds went by after that face-off? Couple seconds maybe? This one sent to the neutral zone off the left wing side. Chasing it down is Heflin. Heflin getting in there with Forsberg. Forsberg pushing it to the right side for Brightbill. Brightbill in there with Dalby. Dalby now picking it up, right circle. Backhand goes through. Passes up for Blitz. And hanging on to it, Cooper taps it away to the left wing side. Passes up for Gallagher. That one up off the glass, nearly getting the side of my head, but fortunately it stayed on the rink side of the glass. Got enough games here on this rink. Eventually something's going to hit me. I'm not afraid, I'm just waiting. Forsberg on the move, right circle, fires, and that one is blocked. Nice stop by L. Perry. Back to the line again, that one shot in and knocked aside. That was Sydney Fess on the attempt, or actually rather Spino on the attempt from the blue line. Puck loose in the slot for Wagner. Now off the end boards, it caroms away. And the Winterhawks picking it up with Bonifacio. Right wing side, end boards. L. Perry. Worked around by, couldn't see who that was, looked like Spino in there. And this one eventually comes free. And Washington on the move now. L. Perry to Michaela laying back up. Now it's Wagner working it in. Taken away by Byram. And Byram is in the circle. She backhands it. It's blocked. And off the block, it's Bonifacio getting pushed into the corner here. Washington looking for its second goal of the game. Down by 2 now. And they did eventually put the 3 up on the scoreboard in the building. That's where I was getting confused for a moment there. Apologies for that. As we've got a stoppage here with 1:57 to go in the second. So we will get some new personnel on the ice. We've got another penalty here against the Winterhawks, by the way. This one going against Lauren Spino. This is the 6th power play for the winner, for the Pride. And that one gets away, and it's back into the zone. Chasing it down with contact is Bjornsson actually went in there at full speed with the contact on Ziff and no penalty. Meanwhile, it's Wildman loses the puck. Bjornsson off the grab. Guay is in there. Back through the neutral zone. Chasing it down is Heflin. About 3 seconds the difference, 3.5 seconds the difference between the power play clock and the game clock. So if the Pride do not score in this power play, there will be a 4-second power play to start the third period. Not much you can do with that. This one through the neutral zone for Perry. Perry picks it up on the far side. Now it's Julia Blitz. Passing across for Dalby. Dalby passing it back to Blitz. Blitz taken down. Meanwhile, it'll be Dalby. Passing it back for Perry. Back to Dalby again. Putting it towards the net. That one is scooped up by Bolyard with 36.5 left on the clock in the second. 40 seconds left in the power play. So I was actually right when I said there was 3.5 seconds between the game clock and the power play clock. That's pretty good. Every once in a while, you got to pat yourself on the back. My producer will pat me on the back too, which is always nice. That one is cleared successfully by the Winterhawks. As we're inside 30 seconds to go in the second, another big collision on the end boards. No whistle on the play. They are letting them play here today, despite the fact that we've seen 6 power plays, or will we get one here? We're sending it back down to the other end of the ice, or over the blue line here. That was an offside call. I knew that wouldn't be a penalty. 15.4 on the clock, 18 left in the power play. So again, it'll be about 3.5 seconds of power play hockey if Washington does not score to close out the period. And you get the pass up to the open skater. That's laying back up. Now back in the neutral zone for Scott. Shorthanded takeaway. Last shot of the period. Time expires on the second. And 2 more goals on the board. Both of them going by way of the river, or by the Whitehawks. As it is 3-1 in favor of the #1 seed over the Washington Pride here after 2 periods. We will take an intermission, and we will get the ice cleaned up and come back with more action. The third period is next. We will take a break and kill the mic here. But keep watching the action at rink number 2 at the JWHL playoffs. The 2019 under-19 or U-19 JWHL playoffs here in South Burlington, Vermont on JWHL.org and YouTube. Digging through like 3 different websites, and number 55 is not on any roster. I don't clearly she plays because she scored. No documentation of her.
Well, it keeps saying it's, well, it says it's good right now.
No, I won't. No, but we're going back, good, back, good.
I don't know. Well, it was saying okay a few times here. So it's kind of like below. Yeah, it wasn't saying good, it was saying okay. Oh, okay. So it was saying it's below.
Just wondering, you're at 2.5.
1.5, yeah.
Lower down to 2.
Again, I'm gonna, whatever it says.
No, you're making a signal. Maybe I should lower mine down.
What do you got?
All I know was that people got pressed up the door when I started.
So I'm streaming right now. Let me see what happens when I do a speed test. God released it.
It's just how life works. Like,
Well, I'm going to play them all right now. So this is all form. My mic's on. You're not.
she's already. How did I not
I don't know who it was. One of them over there on the right. Alright, they're coming back.
And welcome back to the U-19 bracket of the JWHL playoffs. I'm Jamie Scavato, and third period about to get underway here between the Washington Pride and the North American Hockey Academy Winterhawks. I've been calling them all kinds of Hawks throughout this game. They are the Winterhawks, and of course you got the Red Hawks. And then of course down the road you got the UMass Lowell Riverhawks that play up in these parts quite often. So all kinds of Hawks in the area. But either way, we are getting set to start the third period. We do have a 3-1 game, and we do have a correction here. We finally figured out who's wearing number 55. It is Devin Porozinski. So our apologies, especially if Devin's family is watching the broadcast. We had no indication that she was wearing number 55 instead of number 8. So now that is corrected, Devin Porozinski actually had the first goal of the game. And now we can call her name properly throughout the rest of the broadcast and the rest of the weekend as well. Sonia Bjornsson and Kennedy Cooper with the other goals for the Winterhawks here. As the third period underway from Cairns Arena, rink number 2, a 3-1 lead for the North American Hockey Academy, the top seed here in this weekend's competition, or at least the top seed on the U-19 side. It's the Junior Flyers, Philadelphia Junior Flyers, top seed on the U-16 side of things, as we had them before this game, actually. Penalty will be coming up here as soon as the puck is touched by Washington here. As bringing it in is Sydney Fess along the end boards. There's some contact, and now the Pride will get assessed the cross-checking penalty here. Only the second power play for the Winterhawks in this game. As heading to the box to serve the penalty, it'll be Caitlin Brightbill. So now a power play and a chance for a 3-goal advantage for the Winterhawks here, which against a very good Washington team would be a huge advantage, to say the least. I know it's stating the obvious, but still. Right circle, fire, saved by Top. Now it's Scott along the end boards, in there with Porozinski. Finally got to call it in action correctly. Fess back to Porozinski. Getting a stick on it was McLaughlin. Now Flannery trying to get it out here. Sydney Fess is in there. Passes across for Alexi Guay, but it's pushed aside. Inside, 90 seconds to go on this power play. Again, only the second one of the game for the Winterhawks. And that one is cleared out successfully. Personnel change for the Washington Pride. And here come the Winterhawks on the left side. Shot by Cooper, got the post. And the Pride able to clear it away. A little bit of puck luck there as we're inside a minute to go. In the power play, not in the contest. No running clock in this one as we had in one of the other games as well. Ali Legue now moving in, left circle, feeding it, and it's saved by Toth. Rebound is wide to the left. Nearly scored there by Anna Gallagher. Now back to the neutral zone for Alexi Guay. Off to the far side, Bonifacio. Now it comes free, and there is Curry takes the shot, and that one misses. Well, you can tell the Zamboni did its work because these two teams are flying up and down the ice. That one gets away from Wildman. And 9 seconds to go on the power play. So Washington will kill this thing off. They do not have the strongest penalty kill unit. Meanwhile, Toth nearly fed to the other side. It's scored by Nikki Legue. As the sister connection almost rings true for another goal. Meanwhile, it's Toth again with a save. Rebound to the right side, wraparound attempt. Defense is there as DeHutt puts the stop. Now it's Craven through the neutral zone, across the blue line, right side. Shot is saved by Bolyard. Rebound is to the wide to the right. Now you've got to build a bit of a pause in the action here. Picking it up is Ali Legue. Legue across the blue line, right circle, knocked away. Picked up by Lily Hart. Neutral zone, passes across for Byram. And now it's lost to Alexi Guay, and that goes all the way down to the Washington zone, icing the call with 15:58 to go in regulation. And we will move things back to the far side on the North American Hockey Academy side of the ice. And now at the face-off, you got a loose puck for Dalby. Off to the far side now for Markovsky. Markovsky trying to chase it in. Brightbill now getting after it. End boards. Back for Guay. Loose puck for Bjornsson. Got a stick on it. And it got by Markovsky all the way to the other end of the ice. And now we'll get an icing call over there. And we'll bring it back over here. 15:33 to go. And both of these teams with 3 points in Pool A coming into this one. So this a pivotal matchup as we will get the face-off in the left circle. Swooping in is Markovsky. This one is put in for Heflin. Now it's back out for Blitz. Back to the neutral zone. It's stopped by Fess. Fess passing it forward, gets it to Johan. Now Brightbill, near side. Forecheck coming, and a good one from Bjornsson, at least to cut off the angle. And now back for Blitz. Neutral zone, it's Guay. Guay working it in. Has it knocked away from her. Markovsky is there. Trying to get after it here. Number 12 and number 12 going at it, Brightbill. And eventually it does work its way back into the zone. Toth trying to stop it. It went wide to the left. Porzinski now on the chase here. Brightbill is there. Porzinski puts it away, or pushes it away. Back to the neutral zone again. And here comes Stella Scott. Scott feeding Wagner, but it was blocked. Wagner and Langbacka coming together. Now Wagner again, back there with Scott. Scott works her way around from the back of the net. Now Wagner. Porzinski waiting off in front. Back to the blue line for Legue. And that was Ali Legue. Now Stella Scott again is stuck in that right wing corner. Puck comes out for Porzinski. Porzinski banks it near side. Shot taken wide to the right, or wide to the left from Sophie Holden. And now it's laying back up. Neutral zone. Red line. Back towards the blue line. Crossing. Getting around Kennedy Cooper. Cooper lays herself out. Couldn't get the stop, however, as it's back for Wildman. Wildman has it knocked away. Approaching 13 and a half minutes to go in the third. And we'll get a whistle and an icing call. Icing call with 13:30 to go in regulation. This is a 3-1 game, which is not a wide margin, but the game has felt much closer than that. Both teams playing well in this one, playing hard. Officials letting them as well. There have been a lot of penalties, but there's also been a lot of contact. Byram from the end boards to Holden. Holden now trying to work it out. This finds its way to Guay. Chases down that loose puck. Now Guay will bring it in left circle. Feed out in front for Gallagher. Gallagher couldn't get to it. Toth stopped it. Picked up by the diminutive Lily Harp. Passing across for Wildman. Wildman across the red line. Gets her way around Spino. Now Spino and Wildman both coming together. Wildman, the first one back on her feet. Fed it across at the blue line, Brightbill. Brightbill from the circle shoots. Puck loose on the left side. That one gets all the way to the wall. Guay will chase it down. Another shot taken and saved. Blitz with the attempt. Now it's Blitz camped out in front of the crease. And on the move was Brightbill. Gets around for Heflin. Heflin on the end boards. Gets knocked out. And pushed through. Stopped by Brightbill. We will get a whistle here. And it is a hooking call. And the call is going against Washington's Molly Dalby. So the third power play of the game coming up here for the North American Hockey Academy. 12:11 to go in regulation. And we are looking at a 3-1 score here. So 2 more minutes on the clock. This is the 8th power play of the game. Third one for the Winterhawks. And now at the face-off, it's Joe Hall. Coming across the blue line, it goes into the corner. Defensively, El Perry is there. Now back to Holden. Holden around for Heflin. End boards for El Perry. Perry putting it up high, and it drops down for Fess, or actually got by Fess. All the way down by Joe Hall as well. Meanwhile, a takedown in a corner and another penalty. This time it's going to be interference. And the interference call should wipe out the Whitehawk power play. Or no, it's a power. No, that is a penalty against Washington. I thought that was going to go against the Winterhawks. Kaylee McLaughlin now in the box. It is a 5-on-3. And this could be a chance for the Whitehawks, or Winterhawks, sorry, to see night-night early on this thing. Actually, no, it was a penalty against the Winterhawks. That's what I thought. That one was going against Darcy Joe Hall. We got a 4-on-4 here. I was right the first time. Scott back to the blue line. Now back through and put on front. Shot by Fess. That one caroms off here. Stella Scott works her way up the near side. Getting it to Fess. Fess passing it across. And it's collected by Wildman. And Wildman makes her way down the ice. Stopped by Holden. And now it's back to Wildman again. Stick on the ground. That was Mara Wagner. Picked it back up immediately. Megan Byram. Right side. Puck drops down. Still a fight for it, however. Fess trying to get it free and get the clear going. Walks it to the blue line. And with an open look, it's Holden, but she'll skate away around to eat some time here. as it will be about a 30-second power play, as Porozinski almost had an opportunity. Backhand goes across the crease from Guay. And now it's Guay again in the slot, shoots. That one off the glass, no good. Rebounds in front of the crease. That one's rolled towards Toth, almost surprised her there. Guay again from the point, puts it across. That's Bonifacio. Sends it towards the net. Karam off the end boards to the right side. And now it's Dalby. Dalby in there with Heflin. Across the red line, the blue line, right circle, backhand, loose puck, covered up by Bolyar. It is now a power play for the Pride here. 7th power play of the game, although it is an abbreviated one. And it is another penalty against the Winterhawks here, so a 5-on-3. As the penalty against Bonifacio on that whistle. That will add an extension to this power play. Keep it as the 7th one, but it's yet another penalty against the North American Hockey Academy. They have been penalized mightily today. Although, Winterhawks have an amazing penalty kill at 93.3%. Back to 5-on-4 as the 5-on-3 was short-lived. Coming almost at the expiration of the 5-on-4, and that was only a 30-second power play. So now we are going back to the traditional style here. Ziff took the shot, and it got away. Brightbill was there as well. Now back to the point for Zip. Taps it in towards Brightbill. Now back for Dalby. Dalby looking for an opportunity. Ziff will try and chase it down. Dalby knocks it away. And it gets away on the clear by the Winterhawks. Toth comes out from behind the net to get to it. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Pride haven't scored since the first period. Blitz goes in, and the takedown there on McLaughlin. Meanwhile, fired back in on the clear by Cooper. And off the end boards, it is Heflin will now come across the red line and work her way in. Heflin in there with Langbacka. Passes across for Perry. Perry tapping it to Fess, who is chasing it down. Coming up on 30 seconds to go in the power play. And that one got beyond Bjornsson. Chased down by Rachel Ziff. Ziff skates around. Skates around again. And now comes out from her own net. 20 seconds to go in the Washington power play. This one picked up by Guay and dumped back in. Another successful clear as there are 10 seconds to go in the power play, and it looks like another one will be thwarted. The one goal that Washington has did come on the power play. It was one of those deals where there was only a few seconds left on the power play, but it was a score nonetheless. Meanwhile, break here, no power play, but a little daylight. Byram couldn't get the shot off before daylight expired there, as the penalty also expired moments before that. Porozinski puts it in towards the neutral zone, deflects off Wildman. Now it's collected by Byram. Byram on that left wing side, putting it across the crease off to the right side. Skating in is Craven. Craven getting it off the corner, back around to Wildman. Now the pass is through and stopped by Stella Scott. Scott only has one defender to beat before the goalie. Backhand is up, nice shot and a save by Toth. Puck is still loose in the crease. Porozinski is on top of it. No whistle yet. It is still loose on the left side of the crease. Trying to get a stick in there is Stella Scott. It eventually comes free. A great save by Toth on the initial shot, which was a good one. But the rebound kicked out, and we are still going here. Sure, Toth would have liked to manage to get a whistle there. Meanwhile, Guay gets a shot in there. Fess gets a shot in there. Now it's Guay, back to Fess. Left circle. Markovsky was defended well. Now it's Fess again. Left circle again. Back for Johal. Markovsky shoots. That one got the post. Got a bit of Toth first. Now it's back to the blue line. A wind up a shot, and Guay couldn't handle it. And dumping it up and over for the line change was Craven. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Fess, back, fires, scores! From the slot, it's Ellie Markovsky. And the Robert Morris commit makes it 4-1 in favor of the Winterhawks. Impressive goal there, as that one kind of kicked out. And it was just one of those deals that Markovsky was on the move as the rebound got to her, and she just fired and got it into the back of the net there. 5:53 to go in regulation. And it is now a 3-goal advantage for the Winterhawks. And the Pride are going to have to do some scratching here. Of course, much crazier things have happened in this sport. This game is far from over. Wildman on the move across the blue line. She gets taken down. We will have another penalty. This one's going to go against Spino. It should be a tripping call or a hooking, and it'll be an interference instead. So you get 3 shots when you got somebody chasing somebody else and a penalty comes out. It's either hooking, tripping, or, well, sometimes you get a slashing in there too. Either way, that's an interference call. And it will be a penalty against, not Spino. Yeah, it is Spino going into the box there. So another penalty against the Winterhawks. And we will get a timeout on the ice here with 5:53 to go. It's a game that the Winterhawks took a 1-0 lead on early in the first on a goal by Devin Porozinski. And the Pride did manage to find the equalizer in the same period, and it looked like we were going to have a heck of an interesting afternoon. As we were dead even after one, and then after that, I wouldn't say it's been all Winterhawks the rest of the way, but in terms of scoring, it has been. In terms of gameplay, it's actually been a lot of back and forth hockey, as you can see replays of the goals from throughout the afternoon. As you see that one that came out off the stick of Bjornsson, and then it was Fess getting inside as the shot went back for Markovsky. That was the last goal. So now here we sit, a 4-1 score, 5:53 to play. It is just past 6:15 in the evening here, about 6:20 in the evening here in Burlington, Vermont. Next game here from Rink 2 will be at 6:45. It'll be Mountain Academy against New Jersey. And that'll be the final game of the first full day of the tournament here from rink number 2. As you get plenty of action down on the far side here, Winterhawks trying to clear things out here. Meanwhile, Washington trying to get something done. That one pushed off to the side, goes wide to the right. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here. We're about 5:15 to go in regulation. And it's Rachel Ziff passing this one forward, working her way around is Molly Dalby. Meanwhile, the puck is loose out in front. That one is stopped before it got to the blue line. Nice point work there by Wildman. Wildman trying to stop that one. That one got by her, however, back to the red line. So everyone's got to come back here. Now the pass is across for Julia Blitz. Into the crease for Dalby. Dalby chasing it into the end boards. Whole lot of bouncing action here. Blitz now. Back for Heflin. Heflin shoots. That one is blocked and it kicks aside. That was Wagner on the block. That one nearly got through for the goal. You can see the whole Washington bench get up for that one. That one was close. And we will get a line change here inside, 4.5 to go. And it's Heflin. Puck is out for Craven. Craven coming together with Gallagher. Heflin now passing through, getting it to Byram. Byram on the right side, right circle, connecting with Holden. And Byram goes into the boards very hard. And it does appear she is all right. That was scary looking. As we take a look at the replay here, losing her footing and going face first into the boards. That's dangerous. And fortunately, she's up and skating and seems to be all right. But we got another penalty here against the North American Hockey Academy. It's like the Winterhawks have just been begging the Pride to score here. This is the 9th power play of the game for Washington. It's a tough power play unit or penalty kill to go against. Winterhawks convert at 93.3%. That is astoundingly high. Meanwhile, the handoff is for Heflin. Pass up the left wing side. Collected, skated around to Heflin again in the left circle. Heflin taps it right into the corner. 90 seconds to go in the power play. Winterhawks coming with the clear. Now sent down to the left wing side. Battling for it is El Perry. Perry to Guay. Guay stuck up along the boards. And it comes out to Allison Curry. Curry on the move now. Right side, right circle. Works it in. Shoots, and a save by Bolyar. Deflected away. Cleared by the Winterhawks. 3 minutes to go in regulation. 1 minute to go in this latest Washington power play. Takedown on the effort. Puck is still loose. Back in the Washington zone. Wildman will bring it forward. It gets back out for Curry. Curry now passing it up for DeHutt. DeHutt left wing side. Across the blue line. And fed forward. Backhand attempt coming in, a score for Washington. A power play goal, the second power play goal of the game for the Pride, and it's 4-2. The goal by Allison Curry. 3 goals in the regular season, 1 goal here this afternoon. And again, this game is not over yet. 2.5 minutes to go. It is a 2-goal margin here between the North American Hockey Academy Winterhawks and the Washington Pride. Face off, and this one is a big one. They're all big from here on out. As we're approaching that 2-minute mark, we'll see when Toth will come out of the goal. You imagine she might the next time down the ice here. Dalby now bringing it out. Through the neutral zone, pass to Brightbill. Brightbill gets it forward for Blitz. Still in the neutral zone. Now on the far side, still making sure that Toth stays in net. She was about to come out, but ended up staying in with good reason because the puck was heading in her direction. 1:45 to go in regulation. Back for Blitz. Blitz across the blue line. Now back for Dalby. Toth is out of the goal. Extra skater for Washington. 90 seconds coming up here. 2-goal advantage for the Winterhawks, but the Pride still got a lot of fight in them. Dalby has it tied up. Winterhawks trying to eat some clock here. Heflin behind her own net. Met by Forsberg. Forsberg on the attack, causing some trouble along those end boards. Eating up more time, but she goes down, taking her out of the mix here, but things got stopped up on the forecheck. Dangerous spot to be for the Pride here. As Forsberg looking for the empty netter, she gets hit. Now back on the near side, Holden trying to get in there. Can she find the opening? The answer is no. Langbacka now on the move. Across the blue line, Holden stops it up. Inside the final minute of play here. Holden chasing it down, gets tied up with Langbacka. Behind the net, approaching 30 seconds to go. And now along the left wing boards, things are stuck up again, eating the clock away. And a shot towards the net. That one was blocked. Wildman with the attempt. It gets blocked back to the neutral zone. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving in the zone. And that one goes towards the empty net, just wide to the right. Meanwhile, Karam is out, pushed across the crease by Forsberg. 4 seconds to go. Porozinski knocks it down, but it doesn't matter. Time expires here in the third. And a good contest played by both of these teams, but the North American Hockey Academy, top seed in the U-19 side of the bracket, coming away with a 4-2 win. 6 points now on the weekend for the defending champions in this tournament. For the Pride, 3 points still in the standings. All matters what happens in the other games here for the rest of the night to see where the Pride end up tomorrow. Still a chance the Pride could make it into the knockout round here as we move forward. So we will take a break here. We got another game, one more game to go here from rink number 2 tonight. And if you are watching the entirety of the tournament, join us at 6:45 for Mount Academy in New Jersey. And of course, if you are tuning out now because you saw the game you needed to see, well, thank you for tuning in from wherever you've been tuning in from. The final one last time, North American Hockey Academy 4, Washington Pride 2. I'm Jamie Scavato, and you have been watching the U-19 bracket of the 2019 JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube.